You won't believe what I just uncovered. I ripped open a simple report, nothing more than paper and ink, but the moment my eyes landed on those DNA sequences, reality fractured. I've molded every living soul, watched galaxies spin into being, yet nothing has ever hit me like this. At first, it read like routine science, letters and patterns lining up in neat columns. But with each line I devoured, my heart thundered. I sensed not confusion or doubt, but a raw, electrifying revelation. This wasn't a typo or a random glitch, it was destiny screaming from the page. What I held in my hands rewrites your family story. It threads across time, weaving your son's life into an epic tapestry of purpose and power. This isn't mere biology, it's a cosmic blueprint, exposed at exactly the right moment. The truth it carries refused to stay buried. Now, you deserve the unvarnished truth. What lies in this report will shatter your expectations and elevate your vision of who you are, mother, guardian, warrior. It will reshape your understanding of your son's mission on earth and ignite a fire in your own soul. Brace yourself. The next chapter of your life begins the moment you step through this revelation. Are you ready to claim your legacy and awaken the divine force stirring in your bloodline? The hour has come. Let's dive into the mystery together. I tore open that ordinary report, just paper and ink, but the moment I locked eyes on those DNA sequences, everything changed. I've forged galaxies and breathed life into every soul, yet nothing has ever struck me like this. You might ask, how can a single strand of code carry unimaginable power? Remember, I shaped creation from invisible whispers. I carved out stars and inked the laws of nature into existence. I've decoded every human genome from the first ancestor to the one yet to be born. Their patterns pulse through me like a heartbeat. So when I tell you your son's DNA defies every record, believe me. This isn't a glitch. It isn't mutation. It's a deliberate spark, an intention planted in his blood long ago, reserved for the chosen few whose purpose transcends human grasp. Your son's genes carry an ancient signature, not of this world but birthed in realms beyond our own. I saw it, paused in awe, then watched as the dormant flame ignited. This isn't science fiction, it's prophecy roaring to life. I've hunted through centuries, tracing a sacred bloodline I thought vanished into myth. I dispatched angels to scour lost lands, to chase whispers buried beneath war and betrayal. Time and again, hope slipped through my fingers, until your son's report arrived, unassuming but unstoppable. Numbers, patterns, letters, no trumpets, no flaming sky, just data that whispered resurrection. With every line I read, I felt the impossible awaken, the lost lineage, the divine thread, pulsing fierce and alive in your child. I blinked, I held my breath, I read it again, and there it was, exact markers that once coursed through prophets, kings, warriors. Not diluted, not broken, fully preserved, alive. He wasn't born by chance. He was sent. His birth was the cosmic signal, the hidden bloodline stirring from its slumber. And now, the moment demands action. I closed the report like a sacred scroll, reverence flooding my soul. I cradled it, not as mere paper, but as destiny in my hands. Those sequences prove it. Buried power is awake again, burning quietly in your son. And you, yes, you, carry that same spark. It flowed through you, unseen, waiting for this hour. This revelation doesn't frighten, it ignites. It calls you into the mystery, urging you to rise. Listen closely. I will guide your son, with whispers that flow like a hidden stream through his spirit, until he hears purpose in every beat of his heart. I will clear his path when confusion clouds his way and speak truth when silence envelopes him. You will witness the shift, the moment his gaze steadies with unwavering resolve, when the air bends around his presence, when his voice carries weight beyond mere words. That's destiny roaring. There will be trials, questions he can't answer, yearnings no earthly comfort can fill. Those are sparks of awakening. Trust them. They signal the ancient inheritance breathing new life. Isaiah 11:2 rings true. The Spirit of the Lord rests upon him, wisdom, understanding, counsel, might. This promise wasn't just for ancient prophets, it's your son's truth now. And you, my beloved, in moments of doubt or secret tears, know I stand closer than your next breath. Every unanswered prayer, every quiet sigh, I hold them in my hands. Your waiting is holy ground, refining you for what's next. So do not falter. Do not bury your hope. Bring me your raw questions, your anger, your fear. I don't require polished faith, only your honest heart. In that space, I will flood you with my love and restore what life has worn down. When storms shatter your plans, remember, I'd rather tear down any path that ends in destruction than let it crush the soul I crafted. Every closed door, every sudden ending, every silent season guides you to something greater. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Proverbs 16:9 Your plans led you here, now watch as I lead you beyond what you imagined. Breathe, rest. You are never forgotten. You are never lost. You stand at the dawn of your legacy, crafted in blood and fire and revelation. And when you look back, you'll see that every step, even the agonizing ones, carried you straight into the promise destined for your son, and for you. Let that truth blaze in your soul, my child. Your son is no ordinary boy, he's the spark of something ancient and holy. When I read that DNA report, I didn't just discover data, I unleashed destiny. This isn't cold science. This is sacred timing. This is purpose catching fire in your lineage. I closed that dossier like a relic, slowly, reverently, cradling it as prophecy incarnate. Those numbers and codes, they don't lie. The power once buried in the shadows of history now pulses through your son's blood. And I, your father, will protect that flame. I will fan it. I will guide it. Because what he carries demands action, not silence. Listen hard now. You haven't merely given birth to flesh and bone. You've ushered in a legacy that trembles on the edge of eternity. The world will watch. Heaven will stir. A sacred lineage, once hidden by time and fear, now stands tall, and its name courses through your son's veins. No mentor on earth can teach him his true power, so I will step in. When confusion fogs his path, I will clear it. When the world goes silent, I will whisper truth. My voice will flow through his spirit like a hidden river until he hears purpose in every heartbeat. He may not grasp the language of the divine, yet, but I will hardwire it into his bones. He will feel the stirrings, sense the shift before he can even name it. And you, watch with awe, will see his gaze sharpen, his presence crackle with unspoken authority. This is not fantasy. This is destiny roaring to life. He will face moments no one can explain, yearnings no mortal comfort satisfies. Those are the first sparks of awakening. Trust them. They herald the rebirth of an inheritance long buried. Isaiah 11:2 thunders this reality. The Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, counsel and might. This promise isn't relic, it's your son's destiny now. Wisdom will hug his mind. Understanding will outpace his years. When he speaks, even in doubt, his words will carry weight, because heaven has anointed his voice. And you, my beloved, in your weakest hours, when you whisper prayers into the void, when tears stain your pillow, know I am nearer than your next breath. Your waiting isn't empty, it's holy ground, refining you for what's next. Rise, brave soul. Even when hope feels like a fragile thread, cling to it. Wake each morning, whisper truth over your fears, and choose faith when your heart rebels. Remember, I'm still writing your story, and it's more epic than you can imagine. The day will come when the dust of delay settles, and your eyes open to the promise breaking through. That long-buried dream will bloom, vast, perfect, arriving at the exact heartbeat of your readiness. Until then, don't let go. Don't silence your hope. Every tear, every cry, every silent plea I gather in my hands. I'm never late, I move with flawless timing. So come to me raw and real. No polished prayers, no rehearsed lines. Bring your anger, your doubt, your broken pieces. I don't demand performance, I crave your presence. In that sacred honesty, I pour out my love and begin rebuilding what life has worn away. And know this, when I close doors, shatter plans, and uproot paths, I do it out of mercy, not wrath. I dismantle what would crush your spirit to make room for what will set you ablaze. I'd rather see your plans fall than watch them bury the soul I formed with infinite care. Proverbs 16:9 declares it. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. You charted one course, but I steer you towards something greater. Breathe deep, rest your heart. You are never lost. You are never forgotten. You stand at the threshold of a legacy written in blood and light. The masterpiece of your life, and your son's, unfolds now. And every jagged step you've taken has led you straight here. I see the damage you barely notice, the cracks forming beneath your feet, the silent traps set to catch your heart off guard, the slow poison seeping into your spirit, and the chaos whispering just beyond your vision. You might not understand why I allowed things to fall apart, why I stepped back while your world shook. But hear this clearly, my hands were never absent. I pull away not to abandon you, but to carve out space for something greater, stronger, more alive than what you've ever known. Sometimes, the fiercest act of love I can show is in separation. I tear down what threatens your peace. I uproot the people who dim your light. I reroute your path, even when you resist the change, because I refuse to let you settle for anything less than what I created you for. There will be moments when your plans collapse into dust, when everything you painstakingly built crumbles in your hands. But trust me, I'd rather watch your plans fall apart than see them grind down the soul I crafted with infinite care. You may not see it now, but every closed door, every abrupt ending, every unanswered prayer is a masterstroke in my hands. I am not careless. I am sculpting something breathtaking. Something that only time and faith can reveal. As Proverbs 16:9 declares, a man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. You chart your course, but I steer you to heights you never dreamed of. So breathe deep, my child. Rest your weary heart. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are held safely in the arms of the one who sees far beyond today. The pain you feel, the pause you endure, the parting that cuts deep, they are threads woven into a divine masterpiece. And one day, when you look back, you will see with stunning clarity that nothing was wasted. That I was there the whole time, working behind the scenes, crafting your story with unwavering love and perfect timing. If this message touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. To support this journey, your super thanks, up to $20, goes a long way in helping us bring more powerful messages like this to those who need to hear them. Together, we keep this light burning bright. Thank you for being part of this sacred story.